as they take all 3 points. This was easy, Stevie.
I was watching the game and I'm thinking, this is how it's supposed to be at Anfield.
Right.
This is what used to happen on a regular basis. Teams like Aston Villa would turn up, and within 5 or 10 minutes, you knew what was going to happen. And that's pretty much it. I'd have to say, though, that the tactical genius that everybody tells me that Unai Emery is, I thought he got it so badly wrong. You saw from the Núñez goal, you try to play a high line, which is fine, but if you don't have anybody closing the ball, you can't do it. It's been the same 100 years ago as it was today. You can't. That is absolute suicide. Is what it is. And so they got exactly pretty much what they deserved, and that was nothing.
And he tried to play Konza, who's been a excellent centre-back. He tried to play him further on the right early on and pushed a full-back in Matty Cash, who's very fast. He tried to push him on to Andy Robertson. It was almost like he was trying to negate the full-backs getting forward, but it left so much space in behind. And Villa, in some sense, they were completely outplayed, and I don't think the result was going to be in doubt. But you got to feel from they lose Mings at Newcastle, they've lost Buendia, and now they lost.
And I do particularly give Alexander-Arnold some stick about his defending. But I tell you what, there was like 3 passes today he played.
Yeah.
Diagonals.
I was just sitting there.
Hey, them Liverpool looking good.
Yeah, they are looking good. What a difference a week makes. I think that first 20 minutes at Newcastle last week, I was thinking, wow, this is not going well at all. Then they go down to 10 men. I'm not expecting them to lose. They finished the game on a high with Núñez coming on, making a big difference. And then next thing, the week after, in theory, what should be a tough game against Villa, they gave Villa the full Anfield experience. I think I love the aggression, the nature of some of the performances, the fact they were trying to stretch the game. And 3-0, like a comfortable game against Villa isn't something I anticipate at all. So credit to them. Obviously, there's that issue with Alexander-Arnold's injury now, but...
Yeah. Liverpool destroy Aston Villa 3-0. Jules, some love for TAA or just criticism of Unai Emery's insane high line?
I think both are valid. And the third point I would make is you can have a high line, but if you don't put pressure on the guy on the ball, there's just no point. You can have the highest line or the quickest defenders in the world. You're going to get exposed.
Just a very, there's just not a ton. No. It was so good from Liverpool, so comfortable, shockingly. I mean, Aston Villa, like this is kind of different, Rob, where we're getting a good Villa on some days, and we've had a couple of really bad Villas now, where they continue to continue with this high line and this really compact nature of the team. It's really noticeable, Rob, when you see it, on TV from the main camera, where they are so kind of compact, and that must be, but it just leaves all that space in behind the back four. Yeah. And again, Liverpool were like loving that, just clipping balls over the top, and I don't like it from Villa. It's not working. That's 2 games we've seen it now. Of course, we're at St James's Park where they got bashed 4-1 with balls over the top. I'll continue with that, Rob, with the Villa. What do you... Are they at risk of going back a couple of steps here?
Well, let me try and maybe give some reasoning behind, most of what you say that I agree with. Injuries is a problem to him, Rob. Tyrone Mings... Today, Carlos came off after 19 minutes when they were in a back 3 with wing backs. They ended up going to a back 4 there. I didn't think suited them and helped them. Away to a top 6 team, a bit like Newcastle, who've got pace in the attack. Like you say, that high line might need addressing. I didn't think, I talked before the game of how much I've enjoyed what Unai Emery done, their structure, Rob, their organisation. I watched a bit of video and said they're one of the best teams out of possession in the league because they know how to, shut you off, have triggers, win the ball, counter-attack, all that stuff. We saw none of it today, to be honest, mate. None of it. Got outnumbered in midfield, too much pace in the attack. No real threat. Diaby had a couple of moments, but no real threat in the attacking areas, and just really disappointing. I didn't hear from him.
What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have beaten Aston Villa by 3-0. A pretty perfect afternoon for Jurgen Klopp's men. 3 goals scored, clean sheet, 10 points from 12, 3 wins on the bounce. Dare I say a title charge is on the way? I'm going to say it is. I'm very, very firmly in the camp that believe we will have a title challenge this season, and it's going to be difficult. City, Arsenal, but we should be right there in the mix. Today I thought we looked fluid, we looked brilliant, and I'm going to do what I always do, which is go through and give the starting 11 a score out of 10. Ask you guys to play along and let your support, so thank you for that. And I'm going to get straight stuck into it. I'm going to speak about Alisson Becker first, ladies and gentlemen. He is the first one up today. And let me just say this. I thought Alisson had an absolutely immense performance again. That save he made, I think it was from a Matty Cash header in the start of the second half was... Well, actually, it was in the first half. Sorry, at the end of the first half was exceptional. It is one of the best saves you're going to see. And I'm going to say it. He is the best goalkeeper in the world, bar none. I don't even think it's an argument at this point. He's absolutely phenomenal. So for me, I'm going to give Alisson Becker a score today of 8 out of 10.